The flagship of all flagships, the king of innovation, and the most heavily rumored phone of all time. Apple's new iPhone, said to be called the iPhone 13, is expected to have some handy new features, an upgraded design, and a few camera updates. But how do its rumored specs compare to the iPhone 12? Depending on your personal smartphone wishlist, last year's iPhone or even the iPhone 11, iPhone SE, or the rumored iPhone SE 3 may be the right choice when choosing your next smartphone. If you're eager to get your hands on the latest from Apple, however, the iPhone 13 could be a better fit. We don't know the iPhone 13's exact specs yet, but there are many rumors surrounding the newest Apple flagship. It might feel like the iPhone 12 only just arrived. Even the new purple version of the iPhone 12 is several months old already, but we're getting fairly close to the next Apple event and the release of the iPhone 13, which we expect to see in September. We've collected all of the early rumors around iPhone 13 specs, including price, camera, battery, display size, and resolution, and the 4 models that could be arriving soon to help you plan your potential purchase. Here are the rumors we've heard so far about the iPhone 13 specs, and how they might compare to the iPhone 12. Just note that none of the iPhone 13 specs have been confirmed by Apple. So stay with us till the end to know how the new iPhone will look like. But before jumping into the video, make sure you're subscribed and leave a like and a comment. We could see 4 iPhone 13 models. Like the iPhone 12, the iPhone 13 will come in 4 models, according to analyst Ming-Chi Kuo: the iPhone 13, the iPhone 13 mini, the iPhone 13 Pro, and the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Different phone and camera sizes. The iPhone 13 and 13 Pro models may end up being thicker than their iPhone 12 predecessors, according to a May Rumors report. Both of the new models are expected to be 7.57mm thick, up from 7.4mm in the iPhone 12 models. However, that's a pretty small difference that most people probably won't notice. More sizable could be a change to the camera bump. Mac Rumors reported, while the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro have camera bumps around 1.5mm to 1.7mm, the iPhone 13's bump will be 2.51mm, and the 13 Pros will be 3.56mm. The increased size will prevent the lenses from sticking out as much as they do on the older phones. A similar price. The iPhone 13 isn't expected to be a major technical upgrade from the iPhone 12, which was the first to include 5G support. Because of this, analysts are predicting that the iPhone 13 will cost around the same as the iPhone 12, the base version of which starts at $799. It's also possible that Apple may lower the price of the iPhone 13, as Samsung's Galaxy S20 FE and Google's Pixel 5 did in 2020. The newly released Samsung Galaxy S21 also boasted a lower price tag, starting at $200 lower than its predecessor. Improved refresh rates. Most phones, including the iPhone 12, refresh at 60 frames per second, or 60 Hz. But some phones, like the Galaxy S21 and the OnePlus 8 Pro, refresh at 120 Hz. There is speculation that the iPhone 13's display will have a 120 Hz refresh rate and an always-on OLED display. The higher refresh rate, the faster and smoother a phone feels when scrolling through apps and websites. While this was rumored for the iPhone 12 as well, it seems more likely to happen this time around. New and enhanced cameras. The iPhone 12 camera array includes regular, ultra-wide, and selfie cameras, night mode photos on all cameras, improved HDR mode, a telephoto lens on the Pro and the Pro Max models, and 2.5 times zoom on the Pro Max only. As is typically the case with new iPhones, you can expect the iPhone 13's camera to be upgraded over the iPhone 12. We've heard rumors of an added periscope camera to improve zoom, an improved ultra-wide angle lens for night mode photography, and LiDAR technology on all models, instead of just the Pro and Pro Max, as was the case with the iPhone 12. The return of Touch ID. The iPhone 13 could bring back Touch ID for the first time since the iPhone 8, with a big difference. It might be embedded under the screen instead of as a separate button that takes up phone real estate. Some were expecting this to happen with the iPhone 12, but had also said that it could get pushed to the next model. Alas, the iPhone 12 lineup lacks a Touch ID button. It's worth noting that Apple's 2020 iPad Air integrated a Touch ID button onto the side of the device. This would be a great addition this year in particular, since Face ID doesn't work when wearing a mask, unless you have an Apple Watch and iOS 14.5. A Lightning port, but no headphone jack. The iPhone 12 doesn't have a headphone jack, and we don't expect any iPhone 13 models to have one either. But the Lightning port may be another story now that Apple has introduced MagSafe charging capabilities. It's predicted that the iPhone 13 models will still include Lightning ports, with the exception of the iPhone 13 Pro Max, which could be completely portless. The iPhone 12, by contrast, featured a Lightning port on all 4 models. Larger battery capacity. A rumor from Chinese social media platform Weibo in early June suggested that the iPhone 13 lineup will feature larger batteries than the iPhone 12 lineup. The specs, shared on Twitter by leakers, claim a 2406 mAh battery for the iPhone 13 mini, going up to 3095 mAh for the iPhone 13 and 13 Pro, and 4325 mAh for the iPhone 13 Pro Max. These battery sizes are all upgrades over the iPhone 12's respective capacities, though Apple doesn't disclose official battery specs. However, battery life is not the same as battery capacity, so it's possible that the increase in the iPhone 13's battery size will not translate into longer battery life. That all depends on the phone's other upgrades and how well the software optimizes for battery life. But compared with other brands' premium phones, Apple's batteries fall short. The batteries in Samsung's Galaxy S21 lineup, for example, range from 4000 to 5000 mAh. Release date. So far, there's no official or unofficial word on when we can expect to see Apple's next iPhone. An April report suggested the manufacturing of the iPhone's new chips was running ahead of schedule, putting the iPhone 13's release date back on Apple's pre-pandemic timeline. Usually, we can predict with some degree of accuracy when Apple's iPhone's events will occur and extrapolate a release date based on that. But 2020 was a different story. It was the first September Apple event in 8 years without an iPhone, thanks to delays in production due to the coronavirus pandemic. This year, however, it is forecasted that business will go on as usual for Apple's supply chain. If that's the case, we can expect to see the iPhone 13 unveiled at an event sometime in September. And that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like and let me know in the comments which upgrade are you most excited about. Are you going to buy the new Apple flagship? Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you won't miss any of our videos.